Hey there, and welcome. I'm Anna Hartman, and this is Unreal Results, a podcast where I help you get better outcomes and gain the confidence that you can help anyone, even the most complex cases. Join me as I teach about the influence of the visceral organs and the nervous system on movement, pain, and injuries, all while shifting the paradigm of what whole body assessment and treatment really looks like. I'm glad you're here. Let's dive in. Let's talk about what to expect from this podcast. First, a little bit about me. I'm an athletic trainer and have been practicing for just over 20 years. My whole career, I have worked only with professional athletes in traditional sports like NFL, MLB, NBA, NHL, PGA, track and field, the traditional professional sports. And I've also only been in a non-traditional athletic training setting, meaning I have worked in a more physical therapy clinic type of situation or performance enhancement, performance training facilities. For the first 11 years of my career, I worked at Exos, which was formerly Athletes Performance. At Exos, I was the director of performance physical therapy. And I left in 2014 and started my own business, which is called MovementREV. At MovementREV, I continued doing a similar thing, working with professional athletes in the off season, taking care of them, making sure that they were healthy and ready to go for their seasons. Not long after I started MovementREV, my athletes started asking me to travel with them during the season. And so that turned into me taking care of them year round and sort of just splitting my time with a small group of them. Now, almost 9 years later, that is still primarily what I do. I have a group of athletes, a few of them that I travel with pretty much all year long, keeping them healthy, rehabilitating them when they need it after injury or surgeries, and really just providing them continual care to keep them performing at a high level. The other thing I do is I teach fellow sports healthcare providers. So I teach MovementREV philosophies and methodologies, and both in-person workshops. I teach at symposiums, and I also teach online. I have a online curriculum for sports healthcare professionals that I have been teaching since 2018. So one of the questions that I often get when people find out that my athletes fly me all over the country to take care of them is what makes me different than the practitioners that they have available at the team or just in the towns that they live. Like, why would you fly me all over the country when there's plenty of physical therapists, massage therapists, athletic trainers, wherever they're at? And the answer is twofold. One, I think the most important one, and this is how it relates to the podcast, is that I can guarantee results for my clients. I guarantee them results in a specific period of time. I will tell them when they come to see me or I go to see them that if something is hurting, with the exception of it being post-surgical, if they have some sort of ache or pain or minor-ish injury, I can help them in 1 to 3 sessions, period. That is literally the guarantee I give everyone. And that is really what makes it so I can fly across the country and treat someone and for 1 to 2 sessions and then leave and know that they're still good. This is not how it has always been. There was a time in my practice that I really felt like I needed to get my hands on somebody 4 days a week in order to make quick changes like that. So this is huge, right? Another reason that athletes do this is because they like the idea of working with someone who knows their body really well. This is important. And they can trust me. But I will honestly tell you that as soon as they feel that I cannot guarantee them results, they'll go seeking other people and seeking other help. And I'm totally okay with that because I'm not here to waste their money or their time, and I'm not here to waste my own time. Because if I'm being 100% honest with you, it's absolutely exhausting flying all over the country for them. And so it is in my best interest to be able to guarantee them results too. In fact, that is how I judge if I'm successful or not in what I want to do with them, is I actually ultimately want them to not have to need me. That is when I know I'm being the most successful. How this relates to the podcast. What I want in this podcast is to be able to help you, fellow sports healthcare practitioners, physical therapists, athletic trainers, massage therapists, strength coaches, chiropractors, whoever you are, I want to help you get better outcomes so you can gain the confidence that you too can guarantee results for anyone. I want this for you because I also know that the ability to guarantee results for someone, for your clients, is the key to feeling fulfilled and successful in your day-to-day work. The way we go about being able to guarantee results for our clients, it encourages this. It encourages you to get out of your own way and stop believing that you as a healthcare provider is the expert. And it gets you into this mode of being curious about what the body in front of you has to teach you and how its intelligence and wisdom that is inherent within it as a human organism can actually direct you in a way that it gets these unreal results. So this is what we're going to be exploring in the podcast. Each episode, we're going to be tackling one concept or principle of MovementREV philosophies and methodologies, which is a blend of osteopathic principles, osteopathic medicine, and traditional, if you can even call it traditional, sports performance rehabilitation. We're going to be exploring these concepts and providing practical application of them so you can have some tangible things to take away from the podcast each time you listen and apply it in your practice with your clients to help you get these better outcomes. We'll also be discussing anatomy and specifically anatomical relationships quite a bit. At the end of the day, everything in the body is connected because we started as one cell. But understanding these connections and understanding these relationships between anatomy, between the viscera and the nervous system and the musculoskeletal system, can provide some really important maps or paths for you to be able to troubleshoot people's injuries, aches, pains, etc. So it really opens the doors on possible treatment and assessments that can help get us quick results. We're also going to be discussing common cases and as well as complex cases, exploring all the possibilities for assessment and treatment using this lens of view of a true whole body approach, one that does consider visceral organs and the nervous system not just biomechanics. My main goal for you, the listener to this podcast, is to encourage curiosity, and curiosity about different ways of thinking about the body, but then also curiosity of looking at your patients in a different way and looking and shifting away from being the expert. It's also one of my goals is also to expose you to a truly more whole body lens of view to help you get better outcomes so you can feel fulfilled and successful at your work. Because that's what we want, right? We don't want to feel burnt out, and we don't want to feel like we can't help our patients. So in order to feel fulfilled and successful, we really have to learn how we can leverage the wisdom of the body to help us guarantee results. When we can do that, this is when things seem magical and unreal. So that's it for now. I can't wait for the episodes to drop. Should be sometime in January 2023. So be sure to subscribe on whatever podcast listener you love. And if you really want to be the first to know when the episodes drop, make sure you join my email list. And the link to that is in the show notes. Can't wait. See you soon.